Hi guys. So today I'm going to be starting my King of Thieves Let's Play, and here you can see I'm just starting, getting the first few dungeons. And here's my first real dungeon. So here I'm just saving my dungeon, which was pretty tough, I have to say. If you look here, this is the tough part. See, that's a very tough spawn trap with the red guard. And this dungeon did pretty well. Not incredible, not awful. And just here's the clip of me actually saving it because it's pretty tough to get it twice in a row. Really what I'm going to be doing on this channel is I'm going to be helping beginners, I'm going to be helping experienced players, and really I'm just here to help showcase some good dungeons and this Let's Play series. Hopefully I can really improve and get a great account. Here's another dungeon I'm saving, which is very tough actually, and I got a lot of zeros on this, so people just gave up and I got a lot of deaths. Basically, there's a spit of, yeah, there it is. You have to first jump over that red guard by waiting a little bit. Then you have to do some weird jumps over here. Yeah. And then, finally you can drop down. And this part is pretty easy. It's sped up a bit more. Just wait, jump over, wait until the flies come over to you. And then just here. This is a bit tough, but it really just looks tougher than it is. You just have to wait a little bit there. Then, I keep trying. It's tough, though. However, in the beginning, it's less important, but later, you're really going to want to keep your gems safe. Like, on my better account, I've stolen gems that were, like, over $250,000 from other people. And it's pretty great because you can use your power-ups, or your potions, which are at the bottom of the screen when you're raiding other people. But when you're creating a dungeon, you need to make sure that if someone's disabling one of your traps, or they're using the potion that gives them multiple players, then your traps need to be able to still defeat them. So you can't just have one trap that does everything. You need to have multiple, because as soon as they disable the trap that is important, they're easily going to pass through. See, that's how many deaths. Now here was a weird glitch I encountered. Look at this. I've never actually seen that before. You start sliding back, but then you jump, and you get a little side jump, which, I don't know, I didn't try making a dungeon with it, but I'm just showing it to you guys because you could make a very good dungeon. And here's just a short clip of me making my guild, which is, it's just a guild called KoT Killah. I recommend you guys join it. We currently have like 22 people in it. And here's another dungeon I'm saving. This one was tough. It shouldn't have been, but for some reason I really struggled. You need to jump immediately and then jump perfectly a few times on that red guard. That red guard is in a very special position. I'm going to show you in another video in depth, which is called the red guard jump, and it's very tough. It gets a lot of players, especially at this level. Blah blah, me trying to save this dungeon, which took a while, but it was very helpful. Even when I was upgrading some of the things, I still got a lot of 1-star or 0-star people coming and attacking me, which was great because my gems stayed. I got to keep all my money, and it was just very helpful to have a strong dungeon. So at this point, I think I've won. So far, I've won the first 2 leagues, which has put me into like Bronze League, and I think at the end of this I'll be at about 200,000 gem total, which is great. But I also wanted to showcase some of the update to you guys because I was starting to do the campaign levels, and then I realized that ever since the update, they're not as important because you used to need to do them to unlock the next dungeon, but now you don't, which is great. So I just saved this dungeon. Oh, here's a clip of me at a different dungeon I couldn't beat because I didn't know what it was, and it was actually pretty tough. I mean, whoever made this is skillful. I didn't get this dungeon, so I'm just showing it to you, so you guys, if you ever get this dungeon, you can use this. Quite tough. Some sliding. This jump's also very tough. Specific spot. And immediately jump up, and then you're basically free. So then, soon I was on to the last dungeon that is up to this point. And this one, I had a lot of trouble with. See, this is the dungeon I ended up keeping. Pretty simple. It only took me 4 tries. Here's me. See, I just saved it soon. This is the only tough part. You need to jump fully, and as you can see, you kind of like go into this spinner, but you don't really. Then, just some stuff here. And afterwards, I'm going to show you the other dungeons I had tried saving on this, which are a lot tougher, and I just couldn't. I could beat them like once, but I couldn't really save them after a good amount of trying. I mean, for the starter dungeons, I don't want to go insane. See, it's the top part is the chest is just moved over a little bit, and the whole thing's exactly the same, except just to get to that little chest at the top, you need to like be at the very edge, right next to where the green cannon is, and jump up. And I just couldn't get there more than once, which was very sad. But I think that this dungeon will still do well, and you're in each dungeon if no gem is ever stolen from you just for 4 days, so it's not that important. Especially when I'm not doing rituals with any gems that are more than like 10 or 15,000. And then here is another one that I was doing it with, which was very tough. I surprisingly got it. I put it in slow motion because it's actually cool. You need to jump immediately at the beginning. Then here is very tough. That's a specific spot that I landed at. Watch this. All the way down, barely get past that spinner. It's very tough. I was very surprised I ever got it. I've only a few times gotten it before, and then I got it again there, but otherwise that's pretty simple. Then here, I'm just going to be wrapping up. I'm just going to show you the guild, and in the guild battle, we're doing pretty well. I'm actually not at the top of that, which is, I'm pretty surprised, but basically, I have not much money. Our guild is 30,000th in the world. We have over 1 million rating. The one at the top is is another one of my accounts, which is why it's at like almost 500,000. But otherwise, we're doing quite well. We're a level 2 guild, which means you get a 400 plus bonus on all of your rituals. Those are my gems I have out. I'm about to swipe down and show you that I've saved 130,000 gems. The only 3 spells I have so far are the Seeker, Generous Totem, and Trap Engineer, so my traps take very little time to upgrade. My totem can sometimes give me multiple benefits, and I use those to upgrade my throne to Lucky Crystal level 1, which is very helpful. I'm using the Mac skin for Apple players. Just quickly getting from my gem mine, showing this. I mean, it's the same thing as before. I'm 3rd in the Bronze League, which is decent. I mean, there's some people at 200k, but I'm definitely going to stay at the top for the last 10 hours. As you can see, I'm 60,000 above the guy in 4th. Then these are my upgrades. I personally am going for Rituals Berserker. It's very helpful. And I'm upgrading the lock because of a mission. And I always upgrade the merchant first. You want to get that maxed out, which costs a lot, but it's very helpful in the future because everything else becomes much cheaper and starts to get just easy to get. And then gem defense, eventually you'll want to get. So I'm just going to quickly show you my missions, and then that will be it.